There's a lot of buzz about the next Nintendo Direct. When will it be? What will be in it? We talk about that all today. Folks, welcome to the Mario Matter, your favorite Nintendo podcast, episode 146. I'm your host, Nintendo Switch 2 YouTuber, EmSwizzle. It's a great time to be alive. We got Donkey Kong Bonanza coming out in a few weeks, but I'm sure you're asking, what is on today's show? Well, first things first, me and our guest, or my guest and I, talk about Nintendo news. We go over Drag X Drive getting a price and a release date, the basketball wheelchair game. We talk about the Mario Kart World update that has ruined Mario Kart supposedly, and a few other things. Then we discuss Nintendo Direct stuff. When is the next Direct? A big Direct rumor that has come out, our predictions for the next Direct, all of that, and then after, we end with a Q&A. And our guest today is RSGabe. Gabe makes a ton of Nintendo New York content. He has over 10,000 subscribers. He is a funny guy, a fun guy. I talked to him today. Let's go ahead and not waste your time. Let's get to the episode.
Welcome to the Mario Matter, the #1 Nintendo podcast.
Gabe, welcome to the Mario Matter. How's it going?
It's going good, man. It's really going good.
It's going good. Thank you so much for your time. I appreciate all of it. We got some good Nintendo news to discuss. I wish there was more to discuss, but we do have some things, some controversial things. We can dive into all of it today. But let's start off with my favorite piece of news, probably the more positive side of the news this week. Kind of, I don't know, we can talk about it. But the great Drag X Drive game, the wheelchair basketball game, we have more info on it now. We got the release date and the price. I'll run through it real fast, and then we can grab your thoughts on it and talk about this price tag. So, we've of course seen Drag X Drive, as I just said, the dubbed wheelchair basketball Nintendo mouse mode game. We saw it in the Switch 2 Direct. You were able to demo at the Switch 2 Experiences. It's a game. It's coming August 14th, 2025, and guess what? It is $19.99. Okay, now I was one of the people, Gabe, who thought it'd be $9.99, $14.99. I don't know, somewhere in that range. It's $19.99. I have never spoke to you. Have you played it at a demo? Have you seen much of it? What do we think about the game and the price?
So, I actually never played it. I made a video a couple months ago when they were doing the Switch experience, asking people how they felt about the games that they played. And actually, Drag X Drive was everyone's least favorite game.
I didn't know about that.
Yeah, so a lot of people complained about how it felt like, having to, basically use the mouses, the Joy-Cons as a wheelchair. And they said that was pretty uncomfortable for them. I kind of expected the $20 price point, just because seeing Nintendo Switch Welcome Tour, that was $9.99, and this seems like an actual game to be playing, not like just a tech demo.
Sure.
And in a better world, this game would be $10, and the Welcome Tour would be free. So,
Right. So, how much content though do you think is actually like in the game? Because when I just first saw it, no demos or nothing. When I first saw it, I thought this will be, I think most people thought this is like the ARMS of the Switch 2, like the new experiment, the new thing. I thought this would be full price. I didn't know what content we were going to have. And then it kind of became clear later on, there's not a whole lot of, it just seems like you play wheelchair basketball. That's it. We haven't really seen like mini games or anything, kind of off the normal path of what the game looks like. Do you think that there's more content than just, is it 3-on-3 hoops? Like,
yeah,
is there more than that?
I think it's like something like that, yeah.
Yeah. Do you think that there's more than that, or it's just kind of that?
I think it's honestly just that, because, Nintendo, they recently said that they were going to be pricing their games based on what is inside the game. That's why Mario Kart's $80. That's why Donkey Kong is, a single player game that's going to be $70. This being $20 just makes me think, yeah, what we saw in the trailer is what we're getting. That's really it.
Right. Exactly. I feel like they would show more because they just put out like a new trailer. I feel like they would show more if they had more to show.
Yeah.
I don't think that they do. I kind of want to give a take here though. I mean not like a hot take, but like I have not really given my thoughts yet. 1999. I mean, I'll pay it. I guess I'm gonna play, but I just think it's always seemed kind of uncomfortable, like having to use two Joy-Cons and go like this the whole time. I feel like number one, there's not. Sorry, go ahead.
I know. I said you're not alone.
oh, gotcha. I just feel like, I mean, let me ask you. I ask this question all the time. Where do you play your Switch most of the time?
At home. I got it right here.
Oh, nice. But is it is it at a desk or a couch?
It's on like my TV stand. I play it on my TV. So
okay.
I'm usually either having it like on my bed or something, like just laying back, chilling. That's what I'm usually playing on my Switch.
Gotcha. I play on a couch and I have like no spot to use these mice. I mean, I guess it works on your pants. I've tested it and it works, but like I'm not about to be doing this the whole time. Like, I don't know. It's always just seemed uncomfortable to me. I mean, the game looks fine. Wheelchair basketball. I think I can get into it. And as you know, I'm not trying to glaze, as they say, but like I feel like with every Nintendo game, when I play it, it feels better than when I just see trailers and kind of crap on the game. So it'll be fine. Like I'm gonna enjoy the game. I just feel like $20. I wish there was a little something more than just the 3-on-3, but you know what? I think it makes sense. It's Nintendo here, so
yeah,
it makes sense.
I do wish it was a little cheaper. Like honestly, 15 would have even been a little bit better. But this is Nintendo in 2025. We'll say,
yes,
we're not back in the Wii U days where everything was bundled and everything was cheaper in general.
Right.
But
yeah.
I don't know if it's gonna be a day one buy for me. If anything, it's only gonna be used for content.
Yeah, exactly.
But so. Yeah, that's really it for me for Drag Drive.
We'll see. Let us know down below if you are buying it. But $20, August 14th. Think about it. I actually pre-ordered it. I ordered a Switch 2 from Target, and I got it late. I mean, I had one elsewhere, but like my second one. And they sent a $50 eShop code last night to a bunch of people, and I got one. I was like, this is insane. So I actually pre-ordered Drag X Drive. With that great eShop code, I want to put
where's my
put that out there for those
eShop code?
Who? It was random. I mean, like, listen, 10 would have been nice. 50, they don't even care. They're just giving out codes. So it's pretty nice. But let's talk about this, and maybe you can speak more to it. Because yesterday I was on a call while writing these notes, and I was asking these guys I was on the call with, who are also Nintendo creators. I was like, guys, can you explain to me this new Mario Kart update and all the controversy? Because I didn't get it at first, but let's run through and maybe you can speak more to it. Maybe not. We'll see. There's a brand new Mario Kart update, folks, for Mario Kart World. And it has caused a lot of frustration in the community, if I can say so. I've seen F-bombs dropped from people who don't drop F-bombs. If you know, you know. You don't have to know. I'll stop talking. I can get in some trouble there. There's a new update, and so what happens here is if you're playing online races, we all know how you can pick between 3 tracks in Mario Kart World Online. Here's how it's been explained to me. If I'm ever wrong, Gabe, feel free to cut me off.
Sounds good.
Here's how it's been explained to me. The 3 tracks are intermission tracks. They're the ones that have those long straightaways, it changes up. Not everyone likes those, I hear. I personally don't love them, but I don't have too much of a problem with them. I'll grab your thoughts in a minute, but I don't have too much of a problem with them. People don't like them. However, the kind of way to maybe getting around that was to pick the random track button, which would maybe give you a more fun track than an intermission track, a non-intermission track. If I do understand this correct. Now, after the update, if you click the random button, which was some people's way of kind of getting around this whole intermission thing, it doesn't give you a non-intermission track. It'll most likely pick one of the 3 intermission tracks Do I have this right?
Yeah, but basically,
does this sound right? Okay.
Yeah, so like I think they're still testing it out. I think it's like 90% chance that it's just gonna pick those 3 tracks. And you know, I've played Mario Kart World online. I'm usually playing Knockout Tour, so I'm not really touching the racing side because I've done that for God knows how long, and all the other games, and Mario Kart 8 Deluxe especially. So it doesn't affect me too much, but honestly, it does suck. It's pretty bad. Like the fact that, you know, Nintendo saw this thing that people had no problem with. They were like, okay, you know, we could just press random, and then they decided, you know what, we're gonna take that away from you. It just it seems like a slap in the face. Like I don't understand why they did that.
Right. I've kind of seen people are saying they're forcing the intermission tracks on us. And honestly, what else can you make of this at this point? It does kind of feel like that.
It is.
I don't know if I'll have a problem with this. Sorry, go ahead.
No, I'm saying it feels like that exactly. Like it just feels like fans really like just pressing random. Okay.
Yeah.
So why would you guys just take that away? It just doesn't see. It seems like a unnecessary update.
I feel like everyone was pressing random. Like I would get in these lobbies and like the whole like track selection random. Like it's just insane. And so there's a lot of, I don't know if it's a small minority being loud on Twitter. I don't know if most people actually hate this or not, but I feel like Nintendo's in a little bit of hot water here. It does kind of suck. I feel like a lot of people liked it before the update. Do you think they'll change it back?
I think that I think that they'll change it back, but not in the way that fans want them. I think that Nintendo obviously wants what they want, but they do listen. They always say, "Oh, we're listening too," but they want intermission tracks to be involved. They're probably going to be heavily involved, even if you press random. It'll probably be like a 60-70% chance that you'll get an intermission track from random instead of like 90 or some crazy number, you know, 100% chance or something like that. I don't think they double down. That'd be
no. You can't.
I think that'd be a little crazy,
way.
But
right. We'll see what happens. We'll keep covering this. You know, we never spoke. How do you like Mario Kart World though? So far, we're almost a month with the game. How do you like it so far?
I think that it's pretty fun. I really enjoyed Mario Kart 8 Deluxe, and I'm enjoying this one. I think I'm still getting used to it, but you know, Knockout Tour, I'm all about that. You know, it's basically like Battle Royale Mario Kart, like as simple as possible. I love that. It's like exhilarating every time. I'm honestly waiting for more DLC just so we can have Knockout Tour maps. I want more Knockout Tour maps.
Yeah.
And, you know, the races themselves, I don't really play single player as much since I already just did the 50 cc's just to unlock Rainbow Road. And, yeah, I'm just really playing online Knockout Tour. It's pretty fun. Very fun.
I've actually been playing more single player. I don't know why. I just like to kind of get all 3 stars on everything. Got mirror mode, so I'm playing that now.
Oh,
how would you rate it? I'll talk about mirror mode is kind of weird. I mean, obviously it's all flipped, so of course it's going to be weird, but it's just like, I don't know. I feel like I've been paying more attention because when Mario Kart 8 came out, Deluxe, I was a lot younger. I was just kind of playing to play. Now I'm like paying more attention. Mirror mode feels weird, man. I mean, obviously it's flipped. It's what mirror mode is. I don't know. When you play a track 1,000 times, not actually, and then you flip it, it's just like, I'm making wrong turns. It's terrible. So it's a trip. Right, exactly. But it's fun. It's obviously a challenge. That's why it's a thing. But yeah, I've been enjoying that. I've just been trying to get all 3 stars on every cup. So Mario Kart's been fun. We'll keep playing more of it, and hopefully we'll get some more updates for it. The only other thing, which was not on our news sheet yesterday, came out.
I did notice that.
Yeah, 9 p.m. last night, Thursday night. I don't know why Nintendo does the 9 p.m. news drop. I mean, I'll take it. It's a cool thing to see before you go to bed, but it's kind of a weird time. I mean, obviously it's morning in Japan, but like, yeah, I guess that part makes sense, actually. So, you know what, I'll stop questioning why they do that. That actually makes a lot of sense, actually. But Super Mario Strikers has been announced to come to the GameCube Switch Online service July 3rd. So we obviously knew the existence of this game, not only the game itself, but it being on Switch Online. We now have a date for it, July 3rd. It's nothing but Super Mario Strikers for the GameCube. So it's exciting. It's coming to Switch. You can play multiplayer, of course. I don't know why you wouldn't be able to. All the good details. Do you have the expansion pack and the whole GameCube thing?
I will say no. I'm actually I'm gonna be getting it pretty soon though. I'm really mostly waiting for Pokemon. I know that they announced that Pokemon Coliseum and XD Gale of Darkness is gonna be coming out.
Right.
The games that they have right now don't really interest me because I've already played them. I mean, like I'm okay with all the other stuff. I usually pay for my expansions, like for example, like Splatoon or the Breath of the Wild, Tears of the Kingdom, Switch 2 updates. So I haven't really felt the need to be buying the Switch expansion pack. But, once they add Pokemon and stuff like that, I'm a big Pokemon fan. I literally have a Pokemon bag. I have a Pikachu on my bed. Like, even though I'm moving, like, I have all these things in my room that you can quite literally see that I'm a big Pokemon fan. So, I got a Hello Kitty Care Bear thing for my girlfriend. But that's
perfect.
That's a
great
little
touch.
Different.
But yeah, smart, honestly, because I have the expansion pack, but I'm not playing Wind Waker. I mean, like, great game. I'm just not playing it. I don't really have much of a use, but hey, I'll play some Mario Strikers. I actually, of all times to play the game, was into it, kind of like late last year. I was playing it a whole lot, so for it to come to Switch, that's great. And they showed a trailer. You can look at it. It's Super Mario Strikers, nothing brand new, but it'll be there July 3rd, so that's good. Hey, Apart from that game... Oh, sorry, go ahead.
I think that this game is better than the newest Mario Strikers, so, I mean, it's cool. It's cool for me whenever I get it.
Probably. Yeah, it probably is. I mean, at least more worth it, because Mario Strikers Battle League, I mean, gameplay's fine. The gameplay's great, but $60, not $60. A whole lot to it.
$60.
This is the better one right here. So maybe you take that 60 and put it to the expansion pack for a year, and there you freaking go. You get Mario Strikers and a whole lot more. But something that we gotta talk about, Gabe, which is seemingly all the buzz. We have leaks, we have the rumors. I'm sure you've seen 10,000 of these. Yeah. It is officially, if I can say, Nintendo Direct. I don't know if we're on watch, but it's at least speculation time. And time to talk about the next Direct and when it is and predict it all. Let's go ahead and talk about it now. My friends, I wouldn't say that we're on Nintendo Direct watch, but we are certainly watching for a Nintendo Direct. I guess that's how I'll put it. So, me and Gabe are here to discuss when the next Direct may be. And then after that's done, whenever this Direct happens, we're going to talk about our predictions for it, what we might see. I've not seen your predictions, but I went with one safe one that'll probably happen, and then one like out of the box. There's no leaks for it. There's no evidence for it. What do you have? Well, don't tell me them, but like what kind of predictions do you have?
I have pretty unfortunate predictions, honestly. I know that we're on Nintendo Direct watch, but I have a very I guess a doomer mindset when it comes to this.
Okay. We will get into those. But I guess I want to start. We're at the end of June. And as this podcast gets posted, it's June 28th. And, I don't have to tell you this. June is, Nintendo Direct month. It seems to usually happen this month. We didn't get one, barring a Direct this weekend, which has I don't think ever happened. So no, we're not. We're not getting a Direct. Do we think there's a Direct in July, which is a pretty rare thing to happen?
Has that ever happened? I don't know.
I saw a post. I don't know if a main Direct, like a general Direct, but definitely game-focused Directs, and then maybe a mini.
Okay. Yeah, so for me, I honestly don't think that they're going to be doing a Direct this summer. I think that they'll be doing a, game-centric Directs. And the next time that we'll get a real Direct is probably in September, like they usually do.
Right.
We already have the Pokemon Presents in July. The game-centric Directs that they could be doing is like Metroid. I think that'll be a big one. I think that they'll be doing something like, oh, we already have Donkey Kong, so whatever else is coming out this year, I don't like.
Yeah,
there's really not much to be talking about, or maybe a mini or a partner showcase or something like that. I just don't. I don't see a regular direct coming out.
Right. It's tough because if you don't do it this month, I don't think you can do it. Sorry, this month as in July, like July. If it's not in July, I don't think it'll be in August because September is right there. You might as well just wait. However, I agree with you. I don't think there will be a general direct in July. Pretty much echoing what you were saying. I think a mini at best, game focused, something like that. It's just weird because there's so many things that need updates, like Kirby Air Riders. When's that released? Metroid Prime 4. When's that releasing? I want to see more of Splatoon Raiders. That's already been rated by the ESRB. I want to see more of that. There's a lot of things that we could see. What's it called? Zelda, the Hyrule Warriors game. Imprisoning something.
Age of Imprisonment.
There you go.
There you go.
We need to see something on that because I imagine the next direct will be like games releasing in winter and this year, and so that's next winter or like this winter, I guess. So
December, yeah, no,
something like that. So there's a lot that we need to see, and I feel like waiting until September. I mean, it's fine, but if Kirby Air Riders is releasing this year, my prediction was November. Just my prediction. I would like to know a little bit before September. That's my only 2 months out. I would like to know before that, but I don't think that we get a general direct July. However, it could happen. I would just be very shocked because, as we said, it's never happened before,
So, like, I see what you're saying. I don't think a general direct is happening, like I already said. July, we already have the Pokemon Presents. August is probably going to be the month that they dedicate to Metroid. And then we'll probably get a release date then. Oh, did we get a release date? I don't think so.
Nah.
Yeah, we haven't. So, yeah, we'll probably get the release date in August, and it'll probably be like a November release date. Then the September direct that I predict, we'll probably talk about Kirby Air Riders. I think that we get the rare December release. I think the last time that we had a major release in December was Xenoblade? I think it was Xenoblade 2.
No, we had fitness boxing last year, Gabe. You can't forget.
Okay.
I can't forget.
Can't forget about fitness boxing.
I'm kidding, but you are right.
I do think that we get the December release for Kirby. It'd be just in time for Christmas. It's Kirby. So yeah, I think that's probably the best timeline that we get. We'll still be getting big content every month, just not every content, as in from a Nintendo Direct.
Right. Makes sense. I just think there's a lot of things they could update us on, and they can do it through Twitter because they've already been kind of doing a whole Twitter Direct. Splatoon Raiders, Mario Strikers, all of that. Twitter Direct, Nintendo Today, all that kind of stuff. So we'll see. I lean no Direct in July. I mean, but have you seen the rumors though? There was I didn't cover it during the news segment because I don't know how credible it is, but we can talk about it. Yeah. The beat 'em ups rumor.
Oh yeah,
for July Direct. Listen, I mean, I have nothing against him. I just haven't seen he's not a leaker, so how can I believe it, sort of thing. If he's right, we'll start listening to him. But I saw it and I just feel like I can't believe it right now because he's not a leaker, but it's a cool thing to look at. I don't know, someone that big puts their reputation on the line, sort of thing. It could happen. I don't know.
Definitely pretty cool for me. I mean, it reminds me of back in the day, in the first Switch 1 days where random leaks would just come from random places, especially Smash Ultimate leaks. It all comes from just some random person deciding to say, hey, this is what's going to happen. I think last time it was Master of Hyrule. There was a big YouTuber who did, it was a big Smash leak and it ended up actually coming out being true. And, if Beat 'em Ups is the next person to have random information from a random leaker, cool. But I just from what I saw, I don't think so. Right. I don't think so.
I mean, July Direct already makes it kind of unlikely, but I would like it because I don't know how we can see. Oh, freaking Animal Crossing is supposedly in that Direct. So you know what? I'll take it. I'll take it if it's a thing, but I'm taking it also with a grain of salt. So we'll see. But I guess we can dive into our predictions for whenever this Direct happens. Me and Gabe have 3 predictions each. Don't take us for our word. Like, we could say these things and then Nintendo drops it on their Twitter. Who knows? But as of right now, June 27th, 12:29 p.m., we are going to give our Nintendo Direct predictions for whatever it happens. Gabe, I will begin with you. We have 3 predictions each. Tell me your first one.
So, I'm going to just start off strong. I do believe whenever this Nintendo Direct happens, we're going to hear about Smash. Smash Ultimate Deluxe.
Really?
I don't think it's going to be a new one. I think it's going to be just a deluxe version or something. I believe that we'll be getting it in 2026. It just makes the most sense. Sakurai is already working on Kirby Air Riders. And obviously there's been also another rumor that I recently read that Sakurai was like, hey, I want to do my passion project of Kirby Air Riders, and then I'll do Smash. So
I saw that.
Once I heard that, I was just like, you know what? I'm on board. That's all I need to hear.
Yeah, there you go. I just feel like, so do you think it's Smash Ultimate Deluxe or is it Smash Ultimate Switch 2 Edition?
Probably like that. I mean, if they do a Switch 2 edition like they did with, Tears of the Kingdom or the new, it was Kirby and Forgotten Land, where it's like a little bit extra content, that's probably what's going to be. It's probably going to just be like, oh, we're going to add more characters and more stages and something like that. And that's what most people want anyway,
Right.
And to nerf Steve.
Yeah, there you go. Yeah, that's the big one. I feel like what more can you do to Smash at this point? Like, are you going to add more characters? I mean, I guess that's like the next step, but I feel like, as you're perfectly saying, we don't need a brand new game right this second. So yeah, Switch 2 Edition, I'd like. I don't know. I'm trying to think how likely that would be. I mean, I respect the prediction. I'm just trying to think. Could probably see it. That would hype a lot of people. That would feel like Switch 1 days. That would kind of bring that back almost, I feel like. So would be cool. So I like it. I went pretty dang safe with this first prediction, but they get spicier as we go. Okay, so don't expect to be shocked. You came out of the gate swinging. I went pretty safe at the start. So this is not a mind-blowing prediction. I'm just saying what I think will happen. I think in the next Direct, once again, not mind-blowing, I think that we will get a 3 to 4 minute overview of Splatoon Raiders. Oh, very safe prediction. Very safe.
All right, yeah.
But I think so, because I've seen Nintendo waste like 3 minutes on Splatoon 3 updates and Directs before, and I just think they like to do that with Splatoon. I don't know what it is. I've seen them announce a Splatfest in a Direct. I don't know why they felt the need to take up a few minutes of a Direct to announce a Splatfest, but I've just seen them waste time on Splatoon. Not that this would be wasted time, but I just think it's something that I could see happening. And, they open Directs all the time with like 3 to 4 minute overviews of games that we don't know a whole lot about. Take Mario Kart World, for example. Take Pikmin 4, for example. Like, they do that all the time, so I think this could be one of those games. And also, the game has been rated by the ESRB, which means it's going to come out not immediately, in like the next few months, but yeah, soon. Like, it won't be 2 years until it comes out. So I think that we could get a nice little overview. It comes out later this year or something like that. So that's my safe prediction. They get spicier as we go.
Okay. All right. So, for my second prediction, I think that it's a little bit on the safer side just because we're so close to, we're in a new system and everything. But Pokemon, I don't think that we're going to be getting, Gen 10 right away. I think that we'll be waiting a little bit longer. Obviously, we have Legends Arceus. They're going to be talking about Legend Arceus. And,
ZA, right?
Or ZA, oops.
All good.
Legend ZA. And, I think that we'll be getting another spin-off. I personally hope for, like, Poke Park. I've been asking for Poke Park on the Switch for so long. I need Poke Park. But I think that we do get another spin-off game. It's Pokemon, so we'll probably get, like, maybe, Legends. Or, Legends already. Mystery Dungeon. I want that. Yeah.
Something cool. There's so many things that they can do, so I wouldn't be shocked. So, ZA spin-off. I mean, I feel like they need some more Pokemon on Switch, so that makes sense to me. Because after ZA, like the next thing would be Gen 10, but we need something to kind of fill the gap there. So spin-off, I would like. Exactly. And they got Mystery Dungeon. There's so many different directions you can go. So early next year, mid next year, something to kind of fill the gap. I'll take it. I'll take it, man. Poke Park. I like it.
Yes.
Let's have that back. Games? Sorry?
You ever play those games?
Oh, of course. Of course.
Yeah, those games are phenomenal, dude.
Very
Poke
good.
Park 3, please.
Heck yeah. Port it, make a new one, whatever you can do. That would be great. Gabe will be at Nintendo New York camping out for that game.
Yeah.
Maybe. I don't know. Probably not. It's not that big. No. Okay.
Yo, camping out is pretty difficult.
It is. And not for Poke Park. You probably shouldn't do it for Poke Park. It's not a thing to camp out for. I was just kidding. But my second prediction that I have here. So we're heating up a little bit in terms of my predictions. However, I would still call this one safe. A little riskier, but safe. And then my next one is kind of, there's no evidence, there's no leaks, nothing. My next prediction revolves around Metroid Prime 4. I think that we see the release date, but we also get shadow dropped same date, Metroid Prime 2 and 3.
Oh,
I think that makes sense.
Yeah.
They did it with Pikmin. And my thing about that is, like, my thought was if they didn't do it earlier this year in March when they showed off the Metroid, more about it, kind of like more of an overview trailer.
Yeah.
My thought was if they didn't do it right then, it's not going to happen. However, I was looking back, and they didn't drop Pikmin 1 and 2. We've known this game existed, Pikmin 4, since September 2022. They didn't drop the Pikmin 1 and 2 until, I believe, was it a 1 month to the day, or at least very close of the game coming out. So if we get a September Direct, and I'm not saying Metroid will come out in October, I think it'll be a little bit earlier than that, but like, they could easily drop 1 and 2. Oh, sorry, 2 and 3 same day, digital. Maybe do the whole thing where you drop the physical version later on, or not. I don't know, but something like that I could see right before Prime 4 drops. They're not crazy long games. It's not like you're playing 2 Xenoblades before the new Xenoblades. So I think it makes a lot of sense.
Yeah, 90 hours.
Yeah, it'd be crazy. So I think it makes sense. Could still be called a safe prediction, but I'm just saying what I think. I think that'll happen because 2 and 3 have been rumored for years at this point, and I've seen credible people say that they've just been sitting, waiting to be released. I don't know if that's true, but I'm going to buy into the rumor. I think 2 and 3 will drop same day, and we'll get the release date for Prime 4.
I think that's also a pretty safe prediction, man. I'm waiting for the spiciest one. I'm really excited to hear that one. All right.
Indeed.
For me, I genuinely believe, like what you said earlier, like more Splatoon content. I don't think that we're going to be having, Splatoon 4 revealed anytime soon. We're probably going to be having that 3-minute Splatoon trailer. I don't really have too much else to predict when it comes to that, though, because if I have those first 2 predictions, which are pretty big, I don't think that they'll do another 3D Mario game. Yeah.
Right.
Which we're very long overdue. We've had Odyssey for 8 years now, I think, right? Yeah, it was about 7 years.
About.
Yeah. So it's just kind of like, I want to say that, but at the same time, I'm like, what is too much?
Right.
And, a 3D Mario game, we're already having 3D Donkey Kong, which just basically looks like an Odyssey prequel. But, I hope that we get it. Will we? Probably not.
Right. We're in a brand new era. You can dream again, but I do get what you're saying. That is kind of a lot. Smash and 3D Mario.
Pokemon.
Yeah, but Pokemon, yeah. It would be a lot, but I think at least one of those will happen. I honestly, I lean it being the Pokemon spinoff will happen out of all those 3 things.
Probably.
But I think Smash, Switch 2, would be cool. More content added, keeps people playing, because game came out 7 years ago almost, in December. I think they could add some more stuff. There's been DLC added, but I think some more stages, as we were saying earlier, could be added. I like the predictions. I think one of them's got to happen. One of them.
I'm just shooting for the stars right now.
Right. I actually go this direction with my third prediction. It's not. Listen. This is it's expected. It's gonna happen at some point, and it needs to happen. I think it's time. I think it's time to announce it for 2026. Because as of right now, the only games that we have for next year are Tomodachi Life, Living the Dream, Rhythm Heaven, and whatever else I'm forgetting. I think those are like the main two. I think that we can drop some spice for next year. I don't think 3D Mario. It could happen, but I wouldn't put my money on it. I don't know. Definitely not 3D Zelda. A little bit too soon there.
Way too soon. No.
So I'm trying to think next big seller, next heavy hitter. I think it's time for Super Mario Maker 3 to be shown off. It's been 6 years.
Okay. Yeah.
The gap from the first one to 2. We can't go totally off of that because that was from Wii U to Switch. You obviously want the good game on the Switch, but that was only, if I have that right, 4 years, 2015 to 2019. Only 4 years. Actually, less than that. So it's now been 6 years. I think it's time to at least announce a brand new one. Mario Wonder, add the Mario Wonder style, all the new enemies. There's a lot to be updated there. I think they can put that out next year. I think that's where I'm going.
Yeah, I can definitely see that. Can we bring back amiibo costumes?
Please, man.
Can we just do that? I mean, like, that was like one of the biggest disappointments for me when I purchased Mario Maker 2. That it's very fun game still. I mean, it was Mario Maker regardless. They added slopes and everything like that. Yeah, but I want a little bit more personality, I mean,
right.
It's the amiibo costume thing. That was a phenomenal thing. I don't know why they couldn't just bring at least the Nintendo characters back, Like, it was cool playing as, like, Marth and Roy and stuff like that. Like, I want to play Fire Emblem characters, and there's my dog in the background.
Oh, yeah. There you go. Special appearance. But yeah, those made it fun, and, like, it wouldn't be too much work to bring it over to Mario Maker 2. I mean, you already did the work, so I don't know why they wouldn't do it. Mario Maker 3 can be the ultimate one. I mean, maybe we'll have that. But yeah, I'm just looking for a Mario Wonder style. I don't know if they'll do you think they would ever do like a 3D Mario Maker? I don't know. I think it'll be 2D for the longest time.
I don't know how they would do that. I mean, like, I like the idea, and maybe that's the 3D Mario game that we're missing.
yeah, exactly.
But again, that would be pretty cool. I would love to, like, go through Odyssey's, like, world again with my own style to it. I mean, that would be pretty cool. I just don't know how they would do it.
I just don't know how they stop me. I mean, I guess they can do it, but like if I want to put 99 Bowsers on the thing, like I don't know.
I don't think the Switch
who's stopping me.
I think the Switch 2 would just blow up. Like
yeah, probably. So they could put some sort of like limit or something to make sure it all works, but yeah, I think that's a bit complicated. And also, I think people ask for it, and it sounds great, but once you get to, like, working on a 3D level, you're not going to be done for a while if you, like, put some thought into it. So I think stick with 2D for at least one more game. But
maybe
yeah,
that's why it took so long.
Right, yeah.
There you go.
Oh, man, but I just think get a Mario game that's not Mario Kart on the Switch 2. It'll sell well. I think that's their next move. Animal Crossing could happen, but I don't know. If anything, we get a Nintendo Switch 2 edition, but that's it. I mean, like, New Horizons, I feel like it should have had a little bit more content, but it didn't. And, a Switch 2 edition would just do it justice. I think all these old Switch games could benefit from more updates. Like you were saying earlier, like, we need updates on games that we already know about, but we also could use updates on these older games as well for the Switch 2. Exactly. Smash, Animal Crossing. I'm out of games now. Shoot, that's about it. I'm trying to think.
Pokemon Sword and Shield. I mean, we got.
There you go.
There you go.
Any of those could use some Switch 2 editions. I love Animal Crossing, but those are our predictions. We will hopefully have the Direct at some point. If it is in July, I'm going to be shocked, but I'm not counting on it. So we'll see what happens. But folks, it's time to get to your favorite segment, the question block segment, where me and Gabe answer your questions you asked us. Let's go ahead. Let's get to it. My friends, you have made it to the question block segment of the podcast. Me and Gabe are answering your questions you have asked us. If you want to ask a question to be on the show, 3 ways. Number 1, my YouTube community tab. We post every Tuesday asking for questions. Number 2, my Discord server, link down below. You can ask questions in the podcast channel podcast question channel. There you go. And then number 3, Mario Matter questions at gmail.com. We actually have a long one from the Gmail today, so we will be reading that. And with that said, Gabe, I will start with you. Crushing Comet asks, with Donkey Kong Bonanza coming out soon, we just talked about this. When do you expect the next 3D Mario game to release? Also, love the channel. Thank you. Next 3D Mario game.
Yeah, we were
when
just
do we
talking about this. So
we were.
Like I said in the previous segment, I think in a perfect world, we're going to be getting it pretty soon. Hopefully in 2026.
Right.
But yeah, we're not in a perfect world. So I don't
That
know
is
if
very
we're going to
true.
be getting that anytime soon. If anything, it will be like 2026 and the later times, maybe like near October, like how Odyssey was. Like, but I don't think it's going to be anytime in the beginning of the year.
Right. I agree. I just feel like you can't go too long in a new console's life without putting out I mean, obviously they have Mario Kart World, right? But I think you need that 2D, 3D cool Mario game. So I pretty much agree with your timeline. I don't think that you can go all the way to like late 2027 and not have it out yet or have it announced. I agree. I think late 2026 or early 2027 makes the most sense. I mean, they've been working on it at that point, 2026, 9 years. I mean, I think you have to be wrapping this thing up, so
yeah.
I think late next year or early 2027. That's what I think.
That's we're in agreement. That's it.
We are indeed. Hopefully it's good, hopefully it's good. Hopefully we got new companion. Do you think it'll be a brand new everything, or do you think it'll be Mario Odyssey 2? It can't be Odyssey 2, right?
I mean, hey, I wouldn't mind it. I like playing with Cappy, that was pretty cool. But I mean, it makes the most sense. We're in the Nintendo Switch 2, Odyssey 2. I mean, if we're gonna go on with the 2s, we might as well do a sequel, right? Might as well, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I mean, we did it once with Galaxy, so.
Imagine it's like Mario Odyssey Switch 2 edition. I would
No,
cry. Oh,
dude,
no. Come on,
man.
That'd be terrible.
And then,
it's like...
to the announcement, Switch 2 edition.
Terrible. I would not like it, but I would play it. I'll tell you that.
I would play it too, but I would be very sad.
very sad. I'd cry while playing it. We Love Toast a Lot asks, if you had to give one Switch game a Switch 2 exclusive, we also just talked about this, what would it be?
What would it be?
What would it be?
So I'm not gonna take from the segment. I already said like Smash Deluxe, something like that. But for a Switch 2 exclusive game, kind of stumped because I feel like they already have a lot of them. ARMS, how about that? Like, we'll throw out ARMS. It could be one of those Switch 2 exclusive games, like how they did with, like I said, Kirby and the Forgotten Land, where it's a little bit of extra content. I think ARMS could really benefit from a story mode. I actually really enjoyed ARMS. I'm one of the very small minority of people that actually really enjoy it. I had like 70 plus hours on that game, actually. So
nice.
I mean, I enjoyed the game, so I would like a Switch 2 exclusive for it.
I feel like a lot of those games could use story modes, like Mario Strikers, ARMS, and there's just like several games where I'm like, where's the story mode? It'd be so nice. So that would be cool. I mean, they're essentially doing that with Kirby, like they're adding a whole new story, it seems like. So something like that. I mean, listen, anybody who knows me knows I would say Animal Crossing New Horizons, $20 extra content, but I don't want to go there. I want to think of something more fun. But it's tough because that would be my answer.
Yeah, I mean, that's we already talked about it, so it's hard to come up with even
more
what?
Stuff. I think I will go Animal Crossing, but I'll go more in depth. I think they should bring back Tortimer Island from New Leaf. If you have ever played, I think that should come back for sure. We need some more multiplayer things to do in multiplayer. And
Amiibo Festival.
Right. Yeah, that would be cool. Do you remember do you remember how I'm not sure how much you have or have not played New Leaf. You could like get a 3DS in the game and you would boot it up and like you can play mini games like on the 3DS.
Yeah, I think in the game. Yeah. I didn't play too much of New Leaf, but I remember like I had a lot of friends that would play stuff like that. And there's my dog again.
Yeah. They should pack in Amiibo Festival to like a Switch console. On the Switch 2 edition of Animal Crossing New Horizons. That's the move right there. No one likes it. It's not great. It's not content filled. That's how you do it. I'm kidding, obviously. But you know what? I actually don't mind a freaking Amiibo Festival, man. Listen, it was $60, I believe. But you know what? As an Animal Crossing guy, the board game sucks, but the mini games aren't bad. I will say that. It's not terrible. It's not terrible.
Yeah, I mean,
you can disagree.
We can agree to disagree. Yeah, like, I was able to be lucky enough. I actually have like 20 copies of Amiibo Festival because I bought them at a video game convention for $1.
$1 for all of them?
Yeah. $1 for each. So I bought like, yeah. So, you know, I have them somewhere. I'm packing right now, so I don't know where they are. Right. But, you know, I do have a lot of copies of Amiibo Festival just because it's like, I'm sorry, dude, the game sucks. Like,
yeah.
I mean, like, but it's just funny to own because it's just like, yo, I remember when this game came out and I remember so many people hating on it and it was, like you said, $60. And plus, you gotta buy these Amiibos. Like,
exactly. Too much.
It was a lot, but you know, I think it's a fun moment of Nintendo history to have.
It is. It is. I got it for my birthday. I was a lot younger. I was like, wow, this is going to be great. And then as a kid, it was great. When you grow up, you kind of see it's not great. But, you know, at least it made me happy that day. Sorry?
I said we're about the same age, right?
Yeah, we are. I think I'm a little bit younger than you, but yeah, pretty similar.
Yeah, so we had similar experience as a kid.
Very, very. Good days. Good Wii U days. Switch 1 days. I skipped school for Switch 1 core experience.
Me too. I skipped multiple days.
Oh, nice. There you go. Yeah, you did it more. I camped out, not camped out. I sat at a Target for like 2 hours waiting. The morning of. Did you? So you did like the midnight and everything, right? Obviously. For Switch 2? I mean, for Switch 1, right? You did like the midnight release and everything?
Yeah. I did.
Gotcha.
Sorry, I just randomly lagged right there.
No, all good.
So yeah, no, I did the midnight releases for like a bunch of different games that year. I did it for Mario Kart 8 Deluxe. It wasn't even a midnight, it was a morning launch. So like I wasted a lot of time doing these things.
Yeah, all good. But yeah, core memories, man. Those old Nintendo days. Good times. We got a long question here from Raf. Hi, Max. I'm Raf, a 12-year-old boy from Perth, Western Australia, also known as your #1 fan. I've watched every single one of your videos from EmSwizzle. Wow. And I listen to the Mario Matter every week on my way to school. You're an absolute legend. It's been honestly my dream for you to mention my question on your amazing show. So I was wondering, you know how the sides of the actual Switch 2 screen, with the Joy-Con 2s detached, are colored blue and red? Yes. Wouldn't it be weird if Nintendo made different colored Joy-Con 2s? Wouldn't that clash with the console's built-in red and blue sides? That seems really un-Nintendo, right? Also, I was wondering about Mario Odyssey. So let's talk about the first part first. The Joy-Con 2s, that is kind of weird, isn't it?
It is. And I actually made a tweet the other day that like blew up. And it was just me like complaining about that, and I was called privileged and a lot of different mean things. That was a
that's Twitter for you.
A lot of people that were like, "This is a first world problem." I'm like, dude, it's just a small inconvenience. You know, it's a little weird. It's right there. But I also did learn from the thread that you can actually take off like the part on the side of the Switch. I don't know how to, but it actually mentions it in Welcome Tour that you can actually take it off. And I've seen some people that already like made some like 3D printed like inserts where you could just make it like, you know, just a standard black color. So it could just be like, you know, with the system. But, you know, I did mention this before. It's annoying, you know, like I have this blue right here and this red. And what if I have like, you know, a green Joy-Con. It's just gonna clash and it's gonna look weird. Obviously, I won't be able to see it because it's in there, but it's in my mind. It's a mental thing, you know?
Right. Here's my thought process. Do you think when they sell new Joy-Cons, say it's like green and pink, that they'll include some sort of insert somehow that'll go in there?
I think I don't really know, to be honest. Like it's gonna be like I don't know if Nintendo would want to like fiddle people. I don't think they would want people to fiddle around with, you know, the little insert part here, and you know, obviously mashing something down, like especially like it's a kid, right? You're gonna be like, oh wow, I have this new insert. Let me just beam, just kind of like right into the part that's everybody's worried that's gonna break. But you know, I don't know. It just doesn't seem like something that's likely.
I don't think so either, because they already sell red and blue Joy-Cons separately, and those have nothing with them. So I don't think that they're gonna find a way to fix it. I think it just will be weird. I don't know what they could do, you know, apart from including an insert that somehow sticks on there. I don't know how you take it off. I don't know how you put on new ones. It's gonna be cool to see what they do. My other thought was like, and this is stupid, so ignore me. My other thought was maybe they're not going to release new Joy-Cons. Like maybe it'll only be special edition Joy-Cons. I don't think that's the case. I think that'd be really weird. But I mean, you even kind of see it now. Like everyone's Switch 2, as we record this, has black Joy-Cons. At the start of Switch 1, you had red and blue, you had gray, and then later that year, or was it ARMS was 2017, right?
Yes, it was in June 2017.
You had the neon green or whatever those were for ARMS. Like you had kind of some near launch, and then you know we're at the end of June, and we don't have to see new Joy-Con 2s now, but I kind of want to peek at some new colors. I don't know. My thought is like they're not going to put out anymore. I don't know. We'll see.
Yeah, for me, I'm more of a Pro Controller guy. I usually got all the exclusive Pro Controllers. Like, I got the Smash one literally, like, right over here. Let me get it real quick.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, right here.
There it is. Look at that.
Yeah, so, I'm more of a Pro Controller guy. The Joy-Cons, I really... I kind of try to stay away from because of the drifting issues. I don't even know if I'm going to be getting any... I'll probably get the exclusive Joy-Cons whenever they come out, depending on what it is. You know, I want more Pro Controllers rather than Joy-Cons, though.
And those will be easy to do, like when Splatoon 4 comes out, whenever that is, they can just put a few little splatters on there and put it out. So those will, I think, definitely be around. But these Joy-Cons, man, I'm kind of worried. But the second part of the question we can gloss over, because we've talked... How many times have we talked about 3D Mario today? Raph was also wondering about Mario Odyssey 2. Is that still happening? I'm starting to lose hope. We don't think it'll be Odyssey 2 though, right? We think it'll just be like a new thing.
It'll be, I mean, I could see both reasons. Like I said earlier, like, you know, Switch 2, Odyssey 2. I want it to be something new, but it makes sense. It makes sense of both arguments, you know? I don't know where they could go from Odyssey though. You know, like, you know, you have your cap is alive. Like, it's always interesting to see Nintendo's creative process when it comes to that. Like, what's going to be different about this one? And, you know, they clearly don't run out of ideas, so I'm just excited. I'm excited regardless. I just want a new 3D Mario game at the end of the day.
It'll be so huge when it comes out, so we are looking forward to it. That you'll camp out for, no?
Yeah, that's something, that's a major
midnight
one.
release.
That's a major one. Maybe like 36 hours, maybe. Ugh.
Yeah, something like that. Very cool. Finally, Zidin asks, do you think that we'll see a potential comeback for Mii's? Obviously, we're getting Tomodachi Life next year, but do you think they will be in other games, such as the next Smash Bros., Switch Sports game, or even something like Sluggers, or a whole new party game, a new future Animal Crossing? I'm kind of like skimming through here. Do we see any major comeback for Mii's? Obviously, Gabe, they're in the great settings of the Switch 2. Apart from Tomodachi Life, apart from Tomodachi, are they making a big comeback?
No. I'm going to just say it straight up. I think Mii's, they're going to stay in those settings. And they're going to just have some fun in Tomodachi Life. And that's probably the only game that we're going to get out of that. I really do like Mii's. It's just that, it's something that has been carried over for, since the Wii, I don't think that Nintendo really thought that this was going to be lasting this long. And, they basically nearly replaced them in Switch Sports. So it's sad, yeah, but Nintendo might want to just move on from that. I want it, but Nintendo probably doesn't, as they've been treated in the past couple years.
Right. I feel like Miitopia was a love letter to Mii's, and then something tells me, and I'm probably wrong, that they're like, okay, we kind of want to start phasing these out now, and you saw that happen. I feel like on the Wii, if you could use a Mii, I mean, if there was any opportunity for Nintendo, they were there. They were there in any Mario game that could use. I'm thinking like no, actually, now I'm blanking. Now I'm forgetting everything.
Mario Kart Wii.
Mario Kart Wii. There you go. Thank you. Now I was like blanking now, but like there's so many spots. Even like on the save file of Punch Out for the Wii, you could put your Mii. Like there was a spot everywhere for your Mii, and then now, if they see an opportunity. Switch Sports, Tomodachi, where Mii's have been in the past, Smash, they'll put them in there. But I feel like they're not going out of their way to make Mii's a whole part of the Switch. So I think they're being phased out. I don't think they're making a comeback by any means. I think a game with Mii in the title, Miitopia-esque, I think sells bad. Like Miitopia 2, I think is finding no success. Tomodachi Life, I think.
Tomodachi Life, well, I think it'll do
success.
Good. Yeah, I think it'll do good. I mean, I think that's like the type of game that people have been wanting for a while. I mean, obviously, did you see the numbers that it did, especially on the Japanese post?
Yeah, it's crazy.
Dude, whoa! I didn't know Tomodachi Life had that much motion. All right, like I didn't know that, but seeing that now, I'm just like, okay. Let me tap in. I didn't actually play Tomodachi Life back on the 3DS, but now that I have like my 3DS now, I gotta give it a try. Like it's not it's something I'm excited for because everybody seems to be completely enamored by it. Like it's crazy.
Heck yeah. And with the announcement of Tomodachi Life, I mean, if Mii's aren't coming back, which it seems like they are. Something that is coming back is the use of H-Shop on the 3DS. So
I didn't know if we were going to be talking about that on here, but
I was going to use that.
I was trying to like glow us over that, but I was just like, yeah. Now that I have my new 3DS, I was trying.
I was going to use that and then be like, thanks for watching. And just kind of like close there. But folks, thank you all for listening to the show. The H-Shop users are spiking.
Yes,
but
they
Gabe,
are.
Thank you for joining us. Where can the people find you online? What are the ats? What are the YouTubes? And do you have any upcoming projects that you want to share? If you don't, that's fine. But if you do, the floor is yours.
Yeah, so you can find me on literally everything. I'm on everything like YouTube, Instagram, Twitter, all on the same name, RSGabe. On Twitter, it's RSGabe1. On Instagram, it's RSGabe1. I have a 1 in my name. I need to contact these people already. And for some upcoming projects, I have more interview style videos coming up soon. I'm going to be asking people about Drag X Drive pretty soon. I want to know what people think about that game now that it's closer to release and what we've seen about it. And I also I'm going to be this is going to be hard, but I want to challenge people in real life to Mario Kart. And but I'm like scared because I'm bringing out my brand new Switch 2 console in New York City.
Oh, that's prime for theft, man.
But I'm gonna do it. I want to challenge some people in the streets, and we're gonna see how that works out. But that's some projects behind the curtain type things that I'm working on right now. And I also got like Pokemon card openings on like Shorts and TikTok as well. RSGabe on TikTok as well. So yeah, that's really
cool. I look forward to the Mario Kart video. I had something similar, not really like in like the back of my head, where I was gonna have this short. Have you seen the shorts where like these guys hold a basketball hoop and like they walk up to people?
Yeah.
And, like they throw the basketball. I was gonna do one. I don't know how to do it though. With Wii Sports, where we bring like a TV and we throw them the Wii remote and they bowl. Maybe you could like if you have someone who can help you, like hold a TV plugged into like a freaking one of those like power banks or whatever.
Yo,
and do it that way.
The
So then
I see the
you
vision.
see
Yo,
it.
whenever
You
you come
see
to New York, we could figure something out.
Let's do it. We should do it. I'll be there in November. It's kind of far.
That'll be a pretty long time.
That's kind of far.
Yeah, it was kind of far, but you know, maybe we can do that.
We can do something. But folks, thank you for listening. Check out Gabe. All of his links are down below. I'll see you all next Saturday for even more Nintendo stuff, and who knows, maybe even a Direct. Probably not. Nope. No way. Not even this week. It's 4th of July week, so probably nothing this week. But folks, I'll see you all then. Adios.